You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to try and describe the action from yesterday's Europa League game. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button as well. We'll try and get this channel moved on as quick as we can. We'll try to hit that 300 mark. With your help we can do that. And we'll just get straight into this video, guys. So if you haven't seen the score, where have you been? The game finished Royal Antwerp 3, Rangers 4. I went for a 2-1 victory for Rangers. I was way off of that. I thought it'd be a lot tighter, to be honest. This game was very, very open, and it was just full instance. I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible. There's just so much to talk about. There were 7 goals, there was 3 penalties, there was a red card, there was just everything in the match. Absolutely incredible. First 20 minutes, it was just about us finding our feet. They had a couple of kind of small opportunities where they kind of got in behind us, and we managed to stave them off. And unfortunate for us, on the 25th minute, Captain Tav collided with I think one of the Antwerp players. I think it hit his knee, and he unfortunately had to go off. So on came Leon Balogun, and I'll talk a wee bit about Balogun. I thought he had a great game at right back. He obviously didn't have the attacking flair and the attacking presence that you get for Tavernier, but he was solid defensively. Mark on the 28-minute mark, Morelos was played through 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, sets his sights, opens up his body, and for some reason hits it straight at the keeper. He really should have scored that. I think it dropped to, or can't even remember, I think it might have been Arfield, dropped him on the edge of the area and he blasted it way wide. That was a real chance, but I think that was a wee warning sign to Antwerp that we were willing to get in behind. And no long after that, in the 39th minute, Rangers actually took the lead. A long ball over the top from Connor Goldson towards Kamara Roof. The goalkeeper's come out. He's got a touch on it, but he's just literally just pushed it outside of the box. Morelos quickly on it, flicked it back to Aribo. The goalkeeper's still lying down at this point, and Aribo just lifts it over him from outside the box to put it into the empty net. So 1-0, it wasn't a great performance in the first half for Rangers. I just felt if we got to half time leading, then we could have regrouped and went into the second half with a lot of confidence. We got to the 45th minute of the game and we gave a silly free kick on the right hand side. They crossed it in, and I think it was Barisic kind of lost sight of where he was supposed to be. He left Avanati unmarked. It's a free header. It is on the edge of the area, quite a looping header. McGregor could do nothing about it. It was a really good header, to be honest, but I was just disappointed that Barisic unfortunately let go his man there to make it 1-1, and you're thinking, alright, 1-1 at half time, it's not too bad. 4 minutes injury time. We'll just see this half out and we'll go on to the next half. Somehow that 4 minutes turned into 8 minutes, and in the 7th minute of that they were awarded a penalty. Not a lot of contact for me at all. There was contact. Stephen Davis puts his foot in, and can't remember the boy's name, Rafaelov, he just fell over him. For me it was a dive. There was contact, but it's not enough to bring the boy down, and the VAR had a wee look at it and decided that it was a penalty. So they stepped up. Rafaelov actually took the penalty and scored. McGregor was a wee bit unlucky, he guessed the right way, and instead of having 4 minutes, we had double that. We had 8 minutes added on. I really don't know where the referee got that from, but it was really disappointing to lose a goal, having gone in front with 6 minutes to go till half time, and then that happens. It was really, really disappointing. And I'll just add quickly on that, it wasn't disappointing in terms of we had played badly. I thought we really, really played well in that first half and deserved to be going in ahead, if I'm honest. And it felt really disappointing for the officials' point of view. I'll talk about VAR a wee bit later on, but it was really, really disappointing, to be honest. So we went in 2-1 down, having played the better of the two sides in the first half, I felt, and we came out a little bit better in the second half. I think we were more controlled, our passing was a little bit better. Our passing in the first half, maybe the first 20 minutes just wasn't great at all. But as I say, once we hit about 20, 26, 27 minutes into the game, it was all our half, and from there on in I thought we were the better side. And we did start to create chances. On the 54th minute, Aribo got us in behind and his shot is unfortunately blocked off the line. No long after that we managed to get our goal. Cross came in for the left hand side for Barisic, who else really. Morelos looks to be pulled down, wave play on, but the VAR was looking at the penalty incident, and after about a minute or so that was pulled back. The referee looked at it and the penalty was given, so we had a chance from the spot. Unfortunately, obviously we didn't have our penalty taker in Tav, he was off injured, so up stepped Barisic and he coolly dispatched it. I thought it was a really good penalty from him. A lot of power in it. The goalkeeper I think got a touch to it, but the power just put it beyond him. So 2-2 after 58 minutes. After that we seemed to be going alright and we looked like the more likely team to win the game, and for some reason they scored completely out of nowhere. An uncharacteristic mistake from Davis, gave the ball away on the edge of the area. It dropped to Hongler, and Hongler just fired a shot from about 5-6 yards outside our box. Nobody really closing down. I think Calander eventually went to closing down, but I was a little bit too late, and it just whistled past McGregor, who really couldn't do a lot about it, to be honest. You got to think that your defence are going to at least go to the ball and close that kind of thing down, but they didn't, unfortunately, and it was 3-2, really undeservedly, I felt. After that we made a couple of subs. Ryan Jack came on, Hadji came on as well, and that seemed to make the difference. I thought Hadji was really good going forward, and in the 80th minute he almost scored. Barisic, another cross for the left hand side, and Hadji takes a gamble, gets to the front post and hits it about a yard wide. He really should be hitting the target for there. And just 3 minutes later we managed to equalise, and this goal was absolutely fantastic from start to finish. It was a throw in on the left hand side, thrown into Aribo. Aribo finds Ryan Kent on the edge of the area, just outside the area, and a couple of wee touches here and there. Nice wee turns on that, turns away from the defender and finds Morelos in the box. Gives a wee give and go, and he's driving it into the space, and he gets it back from Morelos and tucks it neatly behind the goalkeeper. Keeper had absolutely no chance. It was a fantastic finish. If you get a chance to go and see this goal, it was really good work between Morelos, Aribo, and of course Kent as well. Fantastic. I think once that goal went in, you could see there was only possibly one winner of this game, and that was us. A couple of minutes later, Hadji found Ryan Kent again in the box, and this was a tail, and within a space of a couple of minutes, two goalkeepers playing absolutely fantastically well. First one, Ryan Kent, low driven shot, having been found in the box by Hadji. Really well done by Hadji, to be honest, and it was well saved by the foot of their goalkeeper. Ball came up and Aribo, uncharacteristic again. I don't know what he's actually trying to do. It looks like he's trying to take a touch, but his touch is poor. They run in, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and this time McGregor makes a massive save with his feet. You're always going to get a McGregor moment, and that was his for this game. Absolutely fantastic, and he kept us in it at 3-3. Again, a couple of minutes later, this for me was against the run of play, but they had a chance at the back post. Sek, the boy with the black guy with the bleach blonde hair, stuck out like a sore thumb, to be honest, and he had a chance at the back post that was saved by McGregor. Unfortunately, it dropped into the box, in the 6-yard box. Richie Dillette, which I don't know if you remember the guy from Man United a few years ago. He plays for them now, and he had a shot that was blocked on the line by Ryan Jack. So just a couple of minutes to go, and as I said, Rangers were in the ascendancy, and it looked like we were going to, if anybody was going to score, it was going to be us. Morelos found Ryan Kent in the box. Ryan Kent takes a shot and it's blocked. Goes wide, and you're expecting a corner. VAR had another wee look at it. Took a couple of minutes, but they decided that I hit the guy's hand. Replay clearly shows that the guy stuck his hand out and blocked the shot. That was Sek again, it was his second yellow as well, so he was sent off and the penalty was given eventually in the 90th minute. Up steps BB again. This time he looked a lot more confident, put a lot more power in it. Same side, goalkeeper went the other way this time for some reason, and that was the match winner on the 90th minute. Even after all that happened, the chances still weren't cleared. Oshie, who had came on as a sub, the wee Japanese fella, hit a shot from just outside the box, completely took McGregor by surprise, clipped outside his post and went away for a goal kick rather. Really unlucky for the lad. McGregor was well beaten, to be honest, with the shot, and it just would have summed up the night if that goal had went in. But it didn't, and it finished 4-3 to Rangers. Absolutely fantastic victory. Again, the referee added on more time. It was maybe an extra 6 minutes. Added on an extra minute this time, which wasn't as costly for us, but it was a wee bit squeaky bum time towards the end of the game. Delighted to get the win, so I'll just put that up there. Delighted to get the win. Obviously I was going to say 3 points there, but yeah, it's a knockout stage, 4 away goals, which is fantastic. Obviously we conceded 3 as well, but the away goals count is almost double, so if we can keep a clean sheet at Ibrox, then we've got every chance of going through. In fact, if we keep a clean sheet we are through, but I mean, if we defend well and didn't make any silly mistakes like we did for their first goal, then we've got every chance to go through. Delighted for the boys, and not just delighted because I'm a Rangers fan. It's great to win these games because, I'll be honest, the Europa League doesn't mean all that much to me. Of course I'd like to get through, but the bread and butter is the league for me, and that's what I kind of focus on. But it's not just a great win for us, it's the fact that I honestly felt we were the better side for most of the game, and it felt so really harsh when we were in at half time behind, because I thought we were by far the better team, and in the end the better team did win. I've heard people saying that it was a definite penalty for the first one. For me it wasn't. I'd probably be screaming for it if it was us, but I wouldn't hold too much hope for getting that, to be honest. I didn't think it was a penalty. The other two were obviously clear and obvious. The one on the pull on Morelos, and I actually think when you slow it right down, the boy actually kicked someone away down as well. So for me that was a definite penalty, and the other one with a handball was just silly for the guy. I know he probably maybe looked in slow motion if he tried to pull his hand away, but the hand definitely blocked his shot, which I think was heading on target, so for me that was another penalty. So that's obviously the game finished. Man of the match for me was probably Ryan Kent. I thought he was absolutely superb. Morelos as well was brilliant. Barisic in the second half really stepped up. Fantastic performance from him. Despite the fact that we lost 3 goals, I thought the defence actually played really well. Hadji, when he came on, was excellent. Davis I thought was good, apart from a couple of wee slack passes here and there. Ryan Jack, when he came on, was excellent as well, so really well done to the players involved. I will talk about the players that weren't involved, and what I mean by that is the 5 players who broke COVID rules. Now obviously directly affects us. The Tavernier injury, for example, could be a couple of months out, who knows. If it's an ACL or anything like that, it could be a couple of months out, which is devastating to our campaign. Hopefully we can get the league over the line now, but it's silly from Nathan Patterson. Was also a ready-made replacement for James Tavernier, and now he's kind of messed it up for himself. Disappointing to everybody involved. I did say, I would kind of touch on and say that I do not believe that these players should be sacked. I kind of stand by that, just because they're young players and they really should have a future at the club because they're good players. But on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, they have let us down badly. They've let the players down, they've let the team down, they've let the fans down, they've let the manager down, and more importantly, they've let themselves down. It's really stupid. We've all made mistakes, we've all kind of went places we probably shouldn't have during lockdown, but we're not professional football players, and we're not going to put anybody else in jeopardy. If you're to do something stupid and go out to a party or whatever, you're only really harming yourself, well, you're not really harming yourself, actually, potentially passing it on to other people. So it's a hard one to take, because on one hand you really want these players at the club. Maybe Zungu, I think his time's done, but like say like Bassey and Patterson, for example, have got good futures ahead of them. The other players involved were Dapo Madubi. He was on loan to Queen of the South, which I didn't understand why he's involved. Queen of the South is in Dumfries. Dumfries is nowhere near Glasgow, so I don't know what he's doing all the way up here unless he lives here and travels down. I didn't know why he's involved. Brian Kinnear, the young goalkeeper as well, was involved. So it is silly, and I hope they get thoroughly punished for it. But as I say, the young guys, I really hope they do stay at the club for us more than them, because they have been silly. So I'm just going to draw a line under it. It's been a long video, sorry it has been so long, but there's a lot to talk about, and obviously I did say that I was going to talk about this COVID thing as well, so that's made the video even longer. Thank you very much for watching if you stayed right until the end. Channel legends will have stayed to the end, thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers, thank you.